So joined by Alex Newell, who's the under-18s head coach. How are you finding the role so far?
Yeah, loving it, mate. It's really enjoyable. Obviously, it's something I've always aspired to do, and I was fortunate enough to be involved in the program last year. So to take the step up now has been really enjoyable. Like the challenge of it, like the hard work. I've got a really good coaching group around me, which I'm fortunate about, because that certainly makes life easier. And yeah, mate, just really flourishing in the opportunity.
Great. What is it about that under-18s age group that you really like? I mean, they're at an interesting stage of life,
Yeah.
finishing school, and I'm sure a few of them have AFL prospects and whatnot. What do you love about that role specifically?
It's probably a combination of a few things. You know, one of our primary objectives in the under-18s program here is to generate future Nord footballers for the senior program. So a little bit of that, having an influence on that. But you're right, they're at a stage of their life where there's a lot of things going on, and they're young men now. They're not boys anymore, and I've always sort of taken a passion in helping guide young men both in their football journeys and otherwise. So that's certainly a part of it that appeals to me, and it's certainly something that I made sure all the coaches valued, because it was really important. And yeah, you're right. Some have AFL aspirations, some have senior football aspirations, and wherever it lands, ideally the under-18s program is a good foundation for that.
Yeah, and you're a couple rounds into the season now. How was your pre-season? Talk us through pre-season and your first couple rounds of the season.
Yeah, so our pre-season was really good actually. We had a combination of bottom ages who would come up from the 16s, new people to the program, and we actually hit probably the best conditioning results in 4 or 5 years in the under-18s program, which was a testament to the guys and our conditioning staff. And more so than that, it was just the connection between the group that was really impressive to us coaches, that really stood out, and the way they've bought in, not just to what we're trying to do, but to each other and everything that's put in front of them. So yeah, there was that, and that sort of translated into the first couple of rounds. We had a good start. We're 2-0 and probably got our victories in different ways. We sort of had one where we come back from things weren't going our way and we had to grind there and get it, and the second week was probably the reverse. We probably had the game on our terms and got challenged, and we had to hang on. And both situations, albeit different, were we believe in what we do, and we believe in each other, and we know if we get that right and if we stick to it, we'll get those results more often than not.
Yeah. You'd be a pretty happy coach after round 2. You've had 2 wins.
It's an easy caper, mate. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, first year 2 wins.
Yeah.
What have you loved most about their performances so far?
I said this at the start of the year. I said one thing that this group will never be questioned on is their willingness to compete and their effort, and it's certainly been true so far in both those situations. And I just love their grit, I love their willingness to learn, their appetite, and I just love the way they play for each other and how they buy into the overall theme of the club. It's really impressive, and they're a good group of young men, and that gives me a lot of pleasure seeing them get the reward for their effort. But yeah, it's pretty easy so far.
That's great. A few fantastic performances so far from some of your players. Who's really stood out so far?
We've had a couple. I think the most positive thing is it's been across the board, but probably a few that have stood out is a couple of our bottom ages that have come up. Jack Michaelani, who is the brother of Max, who some might know. It was at the Football Club last year. He's really come leaps and bounds in his football, and probably surprised himself, to be honest with you, in his elevation in the last 6 months. So he's been really impressive. Jacob Newton, who's one of our EP representatives, who we care a lot about our EP program. He's had a really good start to the year, again, taking the step up from 16s. So they're probably a couple that stand out the most at this stage.
And talk us a bit about your EP program. You've been over there once or twice, and how's that gone?
Yeah, so I've been over there once so far to Tumby Bay. We have about 25 of our EP guys running sessions over there. We try to keep our finger on the pulse as much as we can. They're a big part of our program and our football club, and we value them quite highly. And we actually have a high EP contingency on our list this year in the 18s, which is really good. We have a session over there run by Boyd West once a week, every Sunday, and I know Craig Roberts, the talent manager, heads over there pretty regularly, and it's good. We're trying to keep, obviously there's logistical challenges, but we're trying to keep them as much engaged with the football club as possible, because we do value them quite a lot.
Fantastic. Well, all the best this week against Sturt.
Yep.
Good Friday, so
Yep.
that'll be a big event. What's it mean to play in what's probably a marquee match in your under-18 season?
Yeah, it's huge, and playing on Good Friday is a big opportunity for us, and I know the boys are looking forward to it. Sturt are a very good side, very good club as well. We have a lot of respect for them, but we'll certainly go out there and continue to what we're doing and continue our growth. And as I said, we believe in what we do, and if we go out there and do it, we'll get the reward more often than not. So no, we're looking forward to it, mate. And again, we always appreciate the support from anyone coming to support our boys, because they are the future of this football club. So yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks, mate.
Awesome. Thank you.